Okay guys, example number 4 says the width of a rectangular computer screen is 20 centimeters less than twice the length. Okay. The perimeter is at least 53 centimeters. What does that imply so far? We've had 2 sentences. The width of a rectangular computer screen is 20 centimeters less than twice the length. The perimeter is at least 53 centimeters. What does that sound like to you so far? It's different than the other ones. Alfredo? We got 2. We've got 2 that we need to write. All right? Then it says, find the minimum dimensions in centimeters of the screen if each dimension is an integer. Okay, so that means we have no fractions. They're going to be whole numbers. Okay? They could have said whole numbers because you can't have a negative length of a rectangular screen. All right? Let's look at this first. Excuse me, this first one. It says the width of a rectangular computer screen is 20 centimeters less than twice the length. Is that an inequality or is that an equation? That's an equation, right? It says it is this. Okay. Well, let's write that equation for us, guys. We're gonna use width and length, right? W and L. Okay. So how can I write an equation for this first piece of information? Ben, what you got? W
equals
is, right?
2L
2L twice the length
minus 20.
minus 20. That's beautiful. Couldn't have done it better. That's perfect. That's the first one. Now the second one says the perimeter is at least 53 centimeters. Now is that an equation or is that an inequality, Reed?
Inequality.
That's an inequality, right? Because it says at least. So what type of inequality is it when it says at least? Max?
It's P is...
No, I didn't ask you what perimeter is. If it says at least, what type of inequality is that, Jordan?
Greater than
or equal to, right? So Max, I know you wanted to give me the equation. So now, go ahead and give me, or the inequality. Go ahead and give that for me.
P is... Oh wait, no. 53 is greater than or equal to...
53, you like to flip these things, don't you?
Is...
Why don't we do this? Why don't we do 2L
Oh, I can do that. Plus 2.
plus 2W
is greater than or equal to...
is greater than or equal to 53. Okay, now I like that.
Why'd you put it that way?
Okay, well, because remember, Jordan just told us that at least means greater than or equal to. Right? So I wanted to say this stuff has to be greater than or equal to 53. Does that make sense? Okay. Now I could have written it this way. 53 is less than or equal to 2L plus 2W. But I sort of like to read this inequality from left to right. Because that's the way I'm used to reading it. You know. Now what do I do with this? I got 2 things here. And it says find the minimum dimensions. Okay, well, what do you think, Ben?
Substitute what W equals in.
Take this and put it in here. Great job, Ben. So 2L plus 2 times 2L minus 20 has to be greater than or equal to 53. I need to simplify before I solve. So I'm going to have to distribute. So 2L plus 4L minus 40, right, has to be greater than or equal to 53. Now I need to combine like terms. 6L minus 40 has to be greater than or equal to 53. Add 40, thank you, Eric, to both sides. 6L is greater than or equal to 93. Divide by 6. Do I need to flip it?
Nope.
No, because it wasn't a negative. And that's going to give me 15.5. Is that right?
Yeah.
15.5? Okay. Now remember, it says that the length has to be greater than or equal to 15.5, right? But it also says find the minimum dimensions in centimeters of the screen. So I want the smallest dimension. Excuse me, guys. I want the smallest